Good morning, natural gas. It's Tuesday, April 28th, 2026. I'm Tim Beggins, president of Elk Trading Company, and today is May Futures Natural Gas Expiration. So we've got a little bit of downside movement right now. We're currently trading at 253.5 down 1.5 cents or 0.59%. And as you can see, we're kind of going sideways. Option expiration was hanging around and defending that 250 strike, but really didn't move too much to the upside yesterday, only get as high as 263. Today, we've got a really small trading range today so far, and it looks like we're just going to go out sideways around this 250 area. So the RSI is pointing still lower. That would be our main guess today is it settles slightly negative on the session. How's it going for natural gas out there in Urkott? Well, we've got renewables up to 38,000 and change, but our peak is going to be over 73,000 system-wide demand today in Urkott. Again, probably a record. And that means natural gas is going to take more market share for the fuel mix. And currently right now, it's over 44% of the fuel mix. This is good news for natural gas. It will stabilize things as things heat up. Let's take a look at the Middle East, and this is the Strait of Hormuz, and things still are not moving through the space. There are no ships here at Ras Rafan off in Qatar, but we do have the two LNG tankers that are making shuttle service back and forth between Qatar and Kuwait here, because Kuwait needs it for power generation, which is used for desalination. And that's important. This is the first LNG tanker. And then, of course, our gas log Skagen is out here as well. What else is going on for for LNG? Well, there's nothing yet loading at Golden Pass. So again, it is just empty making natural gas, but there's nothing loading, and that Sea Eagle is just sitting out here at anchor, as you can see here in the Gulf of America. So let's take a look at Golden Pass. Forgot to bring this up here, and we'll just put up the postings. And 1 second here, we've got capacity right now at 375,000 MMBTUs for Golden Pass. So let's take a look at what else is going on. Japan, we've got more earthquakes again. This one here just about 6 hours ago. This is down in this space here where we've had a cluster of earthquakes. So again, this whole space here from the northern island of Hokkaido all the way down through Taiwan is active. So we're going to keep a careful eye on it because these are heavy importers for LNG. So if they turn down their nukes, they need more LNG. And here, let's turn to the June contract right now. Currently, right now for June, we're down just 1.6 cents. This is the hourly chart. We're down below the daily pivot. The RSI, though, is trying to turn higher at this time. So we'll look to see if it tests the daily pivot at 273.80 and see if we can gather any momentum toward first resistance at 279.90. We may have to wait until tomorrow. How about the weather for the United States? Well, we got warm temperatures here in Houston area. We're going to be a high of 91 degrees today. And then the cold front comes in tomorrow. And that cold front is pushing all this warm air in the Gulf out to sea before it starts building up again in the west. So we're keeping a careful eye on the west here. But as you can see, we're starting to see some more warm temperatures pushing up through Mexico into Texas and then going further north as we get into the forecast period here. So let's take a look at the heat risk. And there is some major heat risk here inside of Texas, around down below San Antonio. As you can see right now, there is some minor heat risk all the way from California into Florida and even parts of New England. But as we go through the forecast period here, again, that colder air comes through. It pushes that warmer temperature basically out to sea. So we still keep some moderate heat risk here in Florida. It is that time of year for Florida. But then we start rebuilding it again in the west come Sunday into Monday. So we're going to keep a careful eye on heat risk because that's going to be our major focus as we have dry and drought conditions across the south. Let's turn to The front to back spreads, this is Jan versus October, and we're up slightly today. We're up just 8 ticks here to 148.30. Right now, the RSI is still pointing higher, although it is going sideways, and we're still between the 9 and 21 period exponential moving averages. And so right now, it looks like we're going to do some moderate gains here, possibly today, before we start making a move in either direction. There is no breakout yet. And let's turn to the Novi March strip. And as you can see here, that is also doing much of the same, up just 6 ticks here, the 395. And as you can see, the RSI is still positive, but also going sideways. So it looks like we're just waiting for a breakout signal. How about the weather in Europe? Well, it's cooler in Eastern Europe, parts of Germany. And as you can see, this much below normal temperatures start pulling in from Russia all the way down into Southern Europe here for Greece and Turkey as we get into May, but warmer temperatures across France and Germany. This is good news for the Netherlands, which could use a little relief before the summer heat comes in. And as we get through the forecast period, moderate temperatures move in before another cold front starts coming in around the 11th and 12th. How about storage? Well, yes, the Netherlands is just over 9% full. So every day is injection day. In the Germany here, doing fairly well. France pulling away from Germany right now. Germany only 25% against France's 31%. So let's take a look at Asia, and Asia is moderate here. We got cooler temperatures in the eastern Chinese provinces as we move through the forecast period toward the end of this month and into May. As you can see here, it starts getting cooler, but overall, generally, this is back and forth for moderately warmer, moderately cooler temperatures as we get into May. And then there's a bit of cold air that comes in through the 11th of May into the capital city of Beijing in the 13th. How about the tropics? This is the Saharan air layer. That dust continues to push off of the Saharan desert and move its way across the mid-Atlantic and into South America at this time. So again, this will inhibit any major developments of storms in the Atlantic for the hurricane season if this continues. This is the same pattern we saw last year, and we did not have many storms. So let's take a look at the oil and gas sector. This is stocks between $2 and $10 billion, have a high short float over 10%. And as you can see, everybody's in the green, including CNX behind me at 0.9%. So as prices start to move up, we're starting to get a bounce here in the energy sector stocks. So again, recapping, today is May natural gas expiration. So if you have May positions, get out or roll into the next contract. So we're currently trading at 254.40, down just 6 ticks or 0.24%. I hope you have a good expiration. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.